Hi everybody, it's Christine with Revive and Pia, and I have your Monday motivation message for you. So I'm curious to know, what do you do when you have to show up for something and you are just not feeling your best? So you might be physically just, drained, or you actually aren't feeling well. Maybe you have the flu or a cold. Potentially you could be just exhausted, or maybe you're just mentally or emotionally not in the right spot to show up for something, but you need to show up. So what tricks or tools do you use to make sure that you have just enough to get to what you have to do? I know for myself, I am fighting something right now. You can maybe hear a little bit in my throat, but I always use the term fake it till you make it. And I just kind of psych myself up, that I give myself this little window that it's almost like you have to be on, right? On stage and just show up and give your best of yourself, your best performance. Show must go on, as Freddie Mercury says. And you just need to show up. And you can't let, I don't feel good and everything's, get in the way. I mean, there are times when, if it's not that important, you don't have to show up. Absolutely. Go back to bed. Great. But there are times, whether it's at work, or, you have a big proposal coming up at work and you have to be there, or a presentation, or, a big event, and you just need to be there. And there's really no way around it. And you have to take into consideration everything that you can do, right? So that might mean the day before saying no to a few things that are optional in order to give yourself that extra time to rest. It might mean, dosing up on your, garlic and honey and your vitamins and all the healthy supplements that you might take to boost your immune system, right? The zinc and everything else, and really making sure that you get plenty of that, drinking lots of water, right? Psyching yourself up in a mental way as well, telling yourself, you know what, you can get through this. You just have to get, up and be ready for this one small amount of time, and then the reward is back to bed, right? Or the reward is, a nice hot bath, or whatever your body needs. So offering yourself sort of, a reward at the end, and just psyching yourself up. So I'm curious to know what type of tools you use when you have to show up for yourself or for other people. Because honestly, there is a combination of things that we should be doing. And I even had to today, when I took a little rest, I had to set an alarm to get up. And of course, I didn't want to get up. So I went back to that countdown rule. I always use 11, but you can use any number. That's my lucky number. And I just counted down from 11 to 1. I made an agreement with myself. When I hit 1, boom, I would be jumping up and getting on. And that's exactly what I did. So I gave myself as much time as I could to rest, gave myself the countdown, just got up, and I made a deal with myself. I'm like, you have to get up. You have to do this. You really don't have an option. So rather than looking at it really negatively and like, oh, I can't make it, and it's gonna, I'm gonna be terrible at it, or I'm not gonna get through it, I just told myself, you really have no choice. So you are gonna show up, you are gonna do it, you're gonna do a great job, and afterwards you're gonna have that extra rest that you want. And I also, like I said, set myself up with some tools, some vitamins, and some extra rest yesterday, in preparation. So make sure that you're setting yourself up for success when you know you have to be there and the chips are down and you're not feeling well. Because I know when it comes right down to it, you can do it. You can show up and you can get yourself through that short period of time. We all have it in us, but how do you do it? Let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear from you, and share with me some of the tools that you use. And from my heart to yours, I hope you have a wonderful week, tapping into those tools that we all have, and I will see you next week. Take care.